That's right, John. So I'm at Grandview Cemetery, and it sounds like the internment has already gone underway. I believe I heard the honor guard just a couple of minutes ago. Some people have started to filter out. However, there are still a ton of law enforcement vehicles still in the procession. At this point, a lot of them are just parked on the road or sat on the road because there's so many of them. They all can't get into the cemetery. I'm not sure if you can hear it, but I can hear the honor guard, so it does sound like the internment has happened. Now the cemetery, it was ready for Deputy McCowan's arrival. There was a ladder truck with a huge American flag hanging overhead. Deputy McCowan, his family, the procession drove under the American flag, and there you go, you can hear the gunshots. I'm going to let you listen in. So those gunshots are typically also part of a ceremony and funeral services for fallen officers, fallen deputies, and military servicemen and women. We have also been hearing bagpipes. There's a band that will eventually play bagpipes during this ceremony. We've been hearing them practicing this afternoon. However, they have not played for the interment yet. Something I also want to point out that I'm sure many of you all have noticed, flags everywhere all across East Tennessee are at half-staff right now in honor of Deputy McCowan and the Blount County Sheriff's Office. Another thing that will happen, another thing that they will do at this interment is at the very end. We've been talking a lot about flag presentations, and they will lastly present a flag to Deputy McCowan's daughter. 4 flags were presented to the sheriff, Deputy McCowan's mother, his fiance, and his son at the funeral service. The very last flag will be the flag that comes from the church to the cemetery, and that will be folded. There will be a folding ceremony, and it will be given to his daughter. That will eventually wrap up the ceremony, and then lastly, or possibly before, there will be an end of watch, and that is when a dispatcher will give a radio call and say McCowan's name and his badge number, and let there be a brief pause of silence, and the dispatcher will call again for the deputy and his badge number. And after another brief pause, that's when the dispatcher will say, "We have the watch from here." And that is something that the dispatch, police, sheriff's offices typically do when an officer or deputy is killed in the line of duty, and that is their last tribute to them, and a thank you to their service and to their sacrifice and to their commitment. And so that will also be happening today. John.